Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever in the world you are joining us from today. It is a brilliant day for us, and welcome to our show with Sangeet Foundation. It's Role Reversal Day today. As I, Indrani Bhattacharya, get to introduce the show, and Jayanta, the man behind it all, does the hosting. At Sangeet Foundation, we believe in spreading happiness through music and performing arts. Founded by SUTAPA and Jayanta, Sangeet Foundation is associated with many charities and universities as we work towards our cause of increasing awareness about mental health through our programs. It is our firm belief that music can heal. And today's program, like all the others before, is one more step towards our goal. And today's artist is, of course, another celebrity who firmly believes in our ethos as well. We are also very proud to be associated in this endeavor with our partners, 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗓 Productions and Amber Kobar, who is also the executive producer of this program. Okay, so let's get on with today's thing. Today is a happy day for Sangeet Foundation because today we have someone who only exudes happiness with her infectious smile and her overwhelming love for life. To all of you watching us today, welcome to an hour of learning the art of living life king size from the lady of the hour. Hold on to your seats as I hand over the reins to the founder of Sangeet Foundation and, of course, the reason why we are all here. Over to you, Mr. Jayanta.
Well, this diva needs no introduction, the one we'll be seeing right now. She has taken the world by storm and shows no sign of slowing down. Trust me, viewers, we are all old souls before this young heart we have with us at Sangeet Foundation today. Lovingly called Didi by the young and even the very old, she is an artist par excellence. She has performed across the world and sung in almost all Indian languages and 17 foreign languages. She is an IFA Award, Screen Awards, Filmfare Awards, and she's won all that. And the icing on the cake is, of course, the well-deserved PADMASHREE Award. She has done it all, and with what elan and grace. Her trademark sari, the bindi that you all know about, and the infectious smile just draws your attention whenever she appears in front of you. That is exactly how I feel right now, mesmerized, spellbound, and transfixed. I could actually go on and on about her, but no. However, without any further delay, please allow me to welcome Usha Uthup to Sangeet Foundation platform. 10th September was World Suicide Prevention Day, and this is the Suicide Prevention Month. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bhaiyo aur behno, let us listen to a very relevant musical message from our very own and original Didi.
बीती बातें जो सताए छूना ना, कभी दिल अगर भर आए छूना ना, है ये जिंदगी खिलौना नहीं, सोचो जरा न करो खुदकुशी, छूना ना, जहरीला नशा जो बुलाए छूना ना, ना ना ना, दिन में अंधेरा जो छाए छूना ना, मुश्किल सफर है कितने भंवर है पर जिंदगी को खोना नहीं, छूना ना।
आमा यार, जेब में पैसा है तो नशा करना कौन सी बड़ी बात है, लेकिन क्या तुम्हें है खबर के इस पल भर की खुशी के लिए दांव पर है जिंदगी, रफ्तार धड़कनों की बढ़ रही है ऐसे, नस नस में जहर फैल रही है जैसे, और खुश हो तुम, मजा आ रहा है, पर जा रहे हो तुम जिंदगी से बहुत दूर, To hell with it, man.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. जहरीला नशा जो बुलाए चुना ना 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 दिन में अंधेरा जो छाए चुना ना मुश्किल सफर है कितने भंवर है पर जिंदगी को खोना नहीं चुना ना
ओए बरगुरदार, चल मान लिया तुझे कर रहा है, ठीक कर रहा है, लेकिन क्या तुम्हें है खबर कि इस पल भर की खुशी के लिए दांव पर है जिंदगी। रफ्तार धड़कनों की बढ़ रही है ऐसे, नस नस में जहर फैल रही है जैसे, और खुश हो तुम। अरे यार मजा आ रहा है, पर जा रहे हो तुम जिंदगी से बहुत दूर। Don't touch it, बाबा।
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. गुटखा चरस गांजे को छूना ना 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 तन्हाई में तुम सिगरेट भी पीना ना कभी राह में रुकना नहीं नशे के आगे झुकना नहीं छूना ना यूं धुएं में ना उड़ाओ तुम खुद को अब छोड़ भी दो इन बुरी आदतों को इसके बगैर अगर चाहो तो रह सकते हो कहाँ मान लो प्लीज चुनाना चुनाना ना 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 चुनाना
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Chunana. No matter what happens, don't touch it. Yes, I feel so happy and privileged and honored actually today, humbled to a great extent to be given this great opportunity of being with Sangeet Foundation. And I do believe that for me, this is a big thing, really, because, you know, everybody doesn't get a chance like I do. I mean, I've been around for 50 years, I've been singing. Is the audio okay? Show me your finger. It's all right.
Yes.
As I said, I've been around for 50 years now, actually 51. And so for me to be able to live to tell the tale, I have to be really grateful to God. Live to tell the tale that it all started with me almost. I mean, I came onto the scene as a nightclub singer. And people always somehow connect a lot of bad things with a nightclub. And one of the things, of course, that was totally different about me was that I was in a sari and I looked quite the way I do now. Well, a couple of gray hairs extra, and, you know, things like that. But other than that, except the cosmetic changes like, as I said, gray hair and maybe a couple of kilos here and there, mostly there, but who cares? Yeah, but 50 years is a long time. And let me tell you that it's been a wonderful time for me because there was a lot of game-changing things that, I mean, out-of-the-box things that I did. And not because I wanted to do something out of the box, but because it just so happened that way. First of all, nightclub. The second, in a sari. Third, singing the kind of songs I do. Fourth, having the kind of voice I have and the way I look, something totally different. Soon the nightclub became a place where men decided to take their wives and their families, their mothers, their sisters, daughters, and everybody went. And soon the nightclub became a family place, really, instead of a place where just men went. So having said that, a nightclub somehow or the other, people think is not so good for girls to go to, or for basically it's only meant for men. But I changed that whole thing, yeah. And I think there lies everything. You have to be the change you want to see. Not that I wanted to change anything at that time, nor do I want it now, because I don't believe in changing outside first. I believe in changing from within. I work from within to the periphery instead of the other way around. Because I do believe that it's more important to control yourself, look into yourself and see what is wrong or right. And once you have a diagnosis of what your weaknesses are, what your limitations are, you can turn them into your strengths like I did. Some लोग कहते थे कि इतनी बेस आवाज में how would I be singing? But well, I've been singing now for a long time, and I think it's one of my USPs. Yeah. So when we talk about the nightclub, which was always the preconceived idea about things that were not so good that were happening over there, like alcohol, and well, everybody has a drink once in a way, and who cares? I mean, it's okay. It's okay. But when it gets to being more than that, like the song said, when you're getting into depression, and when you take the help of drugs instead of other things, antidepressants and things like that, without even talking about it, I think that is bad. And even to sit at home alone and have a drink is not so nice. I mean, it's nice if you can be a happy drunk, you know what I mean, instead of being a fighting or an argumentative drunk. But coming to the point of the song, which was written so many years ago, actually it was written by Halim Shabir. The English one I wrote, and the Hindi was done by Halim Shabir. And there's a bit of a sadness in the song, actually, because the rap portion was done by 𝗪𝗣𝗪𝗧, the famous singer who's no more, actually. He died very, very young, just this year, actually. And not even a year now. And it's so sad that so many years ago he had sung the song with me. And so I redid it. I sang it again. And today would have been a lovely day to release the video, where drugs and everything are just being spoken about all over the place, yeah, all over. And I think it would have been wonderful if through your program, if we could have done this. But anyway, you're the first people to hear it anyway. I mean, publicly, that I'm singing this, Chunana. And I want all of you to know that it's always baffled me. It's always baffled me why, if you have a toothache or your head is paining or your hand is not so good or your knees are not so good, your toes, from top to bottom, you can talk about every illness that you have. But somehow when it comes to a mental illness, or mental ill health, then it's nobody's talking about it. And I've always wondered why. Because I think it's more important, maybe because I went to a convent school and we were always told that an idle mind is a devil's workshop, really. And truly, I think, to have good mental health is the most important thing, because if you have good mental health, chances are your body will be really, really healthy, because I think that is so important. The pity is that everybody's got this thing, the stigma attached to mental health. And I've worked for so many different, like I did for this one in 1986. There was this person called Dr. Benjamin Gokapalil from the South who came up, and he had an organization called SPADA, which is a Society for the Prevention of AIDS and Drug Abuse. And you can imagine the song was written in those days. And I just think it was so amazing that it was so relevant. Of course, at that time, AIDS was just in everybody's minds, and, it was right there. So, but the thing about using, or shall I say, misusing drugs or abusing drugs is what makes you really abuse your body and your mind. And I think if you're not feeling so good about something, first of all, if you try to retrace your steps, I mean, I do it all the time. Okay, I do it all the time, because there are some times when, especially through the COVID times, let's talk about that. That's more relevant. So let me talk about that. Everybody has highs and lows in their lives. Sometimes the highs are higher, and sometimes the lows are lower. But all in all, it's a beautiful world. And I think God has given us such a lovely, lovely life to lead. And I think if we all looked into ourselves a little deeper, a little more, don't take yourself so seriously. I mean, don't do that, because that's the beginning of the downfall of when you allow your ego to take over you, that's not good. For me, ego is excess baggage. I just leave it out. When I come, I'm just one of, just a zarra, as they say, just a speck of this world. I mean, this whole universe. But there is a purpose. There is a purpose for every speck, for every piece of little dust that there is. There is a purpose for that. And obviously, my purpose would probably be to spread a smile, not the virus. Spread the smile. And in COVID times, let me tell you, everybody keeps saying, oh, it's such a bore, it's so terrible to be at home like this. And, if you thought of the good takeaways out of a bad situation like this, I think it works for mental health to a great extent. Because the easiest thing, especially for someone in the entertainment business, the easiest thing at the drop of a hat is to be depressed and get a panic attack. These are new words. I mean, I've never heard of these things before. Panic attack, anxiety. What's it all about? I mean, I didn't grow up with that kind of thing. It doesn't mean that I didn't have problems. We all have problems. We all have problems, and some of us can address it. And if you know how to address it, especially address it first to yourself, accept it to yourself first. That if you how should I explain? It's very easy for me to explain because music is not my business, communication is. And I feel that I'm able to explain a thing like this very easily. In my business, the entertainment business, shall I say, it was so easy when songs are just taken away from you or somebody else is singing your song, or who cares? I mean, who cares? I don't care. I don't care, because a song is a song is a song. And dane dane pe likha hai khane wale ka naam, or gaane gaane pe likha hai gaane wale ka naam. I'll sing anybody's song. I don't care. I really don't care. As long as I can make you happy and make you smile by singing somebody else's song. Everybody who wants to sing doesn't have an original song to sing, isn't it? I mean, like Jayanta sitting over there. I'm sure you and so many people. By the way, when I say that, it's only out of respect, nothing to do with age.
Absolutely.
Because, so it's a respect and love and affection.
Thank you so much for that.
Love you for that. So it's so easy for me to sit around and say, oh, I had worked, say 30 years into my singing career, I would have said, oh, I worked for so many years, and, even to pay me 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs for a show, people are so angry, and, they don't, not angry, they're always saying they don't want to pay. And then when I was getting 6 lakhs, I would say, also getting 6 lakhs. And then you see a new kid on the block who comes on with skimpy clothes or whatever it is, or really good singers, wonderful singers, who get much more. It's so easy to be frustrated and miserable about that. But why? Why should you? Why should one feel miserable? I think the most important thing is to be able to compare yourself only with yourself. Don't compare with anybody else. And if you ask these 3 questions, which my father always said, if you ask 3 questions of yourself in any crisis, who am I? Where did I come from? And where am I headed? When I started singing, I was the highest paid singer in a nightclub singer. I was getting 750 rupees. And you would probably think that was for one show. It was for singing the whole month in Trinkas in Park Street in Calcutta. So if I get 8 lakhs, if I get 8 lakhs or 10 lakhs for a show now, I should be happy. Why should I worry that somebody else is getting 2 crores or somebody else is getting 50 lakhs or whatever it is? Who cares? Who cares? I mean, if you can make today the world is opened up to so many wonderful, wonderful singers, and what talent. I mean, if you think about the talent that these shows, the reality shows have exposed, it's really fantastic. There are some singers who are so brilliant, so brilliant.
But having said that, ma'am, the diehard fans of yours, we are all diehard fans of yours. We don't care about them. What we care about is you, your singing.
No, so that's what I'm getting to. If people like, nobody can sing like anyone else, like Shreya Ghoshal, Sunidhi Chauhan, Asha Bhosle, Lata Mangeshkar, Kishore Kumar, Yesudas. Nobody can sing like them. No one can sing like Manna Da. Nobody. But then, hey, nobody can do what I'm doing on stage.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I could never hope to sing like people like Shankar Mahadevan and Hariharan and all the new singers, Arijit, fantastic singers today. But everybody has their own place, and I think one of the best voices that have come out, or best singers that have come out from the names that I've just said, like people like Shankar Mahadevan, Hariharan, Sonu Nigam, Sunidhi Chauhan, Shreya Ghoshal, and of course now, I mean, fantastic singers like Arijit Singh. There's nobody to touch them. I mean, they're just fantastic.
Sure.
But then they are in their place and they will rise higher, and they will be, one should only compare themselves with themselves. Because then you don't get into that depressed mood that, why I've done so much of studying, I've done this, and I actually didn't study at all. But as I told you, communication is my forte. So if I were to say that I compare myself only to what I was doing before, and am I better than yesterday? I want to know if I'm better than yesterday, and where am I headed? I'm headed to wanting to do many, many, many more shows like this. I'm headed to, I want to connect with many, many more people in this world, I mean, the universe, because it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's easier with this, yeah? So in COVID times, it's so easy for you to get depressed as it was when you were not in COVID times. So why blame everything on the fact that we're in lockdown? Why blame everything on that? Yes, it could be very depressing, but believe me, I don't feel depressed. I really
Fabulous.
don't. Yeah, touch wood. Thank God for that. I'm able to smile through the whole thing because I treat every day just like a normal day.
Right.
Just like a normal day. And if you didn't think about it and put such a lot of importance on yourself and, in this whole day, you're missing the trees for the woods, actually. And that's such a pity, isn't it? Such a pity.
Absolutely.
So if there is a mental health that you want to talk about, or if there is a certain condition that you are feeling really, really down about, for me, and I'm telling you this, I mean, I really mean it. It really works. It really works for me. It's worked for me for so long. If you feel like crying, just cry. Just cry. It really doesn't matter. I mean, who said that men shouldn't cry? Who said that it's not manly, not strong to cry? I think it's the most fantastic thing to be able to cry.
True.
And if you can really sit down honestly and figure out what is it that is really depressing you. I know that there are some things which are not so easy, which cannot be talked probably on a show like this. But if you need help, I think the best thing to do is to be able to talk about it. Absolutely. The best thing is to be able to address it. If you can say that, my knees are paining so badly, why can't you say, I'm so depressed today. I know there's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with my thinking. Why can't we do that? And to do that, the only way I feel is through music. I cry a lot. I allow myself to cry, and it happens to me pretty often because just imagine a person who was doing 30 flights a month to sit at home from the 6th of March. 6th of March was my last show at Jodhpur. After that, I haven't stepped out of the house. Because if you want somebody else to be safe, you better be safe. And if you want to flatten that curve, you better be contributing to that factor. And for me, of course, there's another incentive for staying at home. Besides wanting to keep myself safe, I have to keep myself safe so that I can keep my son safe. My son is going through dialysis, and we all have our problems. I have my fair share of problems. But hey, tell me one person who doesn't have a problem. So if you can really truly address that, and not stigmatize it, I think it makes for a wonderful life.
Thank
And
you.
really, it's something that we all have to really start talking about and help each other. Because if you have a problem, no matter what, if you have a toothache, you're ready to talk to the dentist about it. Just think
Fabulous.
about it. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
Mm.
Thank you
And
so
I
much for
think
the lovely message.
Sangeet Foundation, who says that everything can be addressed through music, it really can. It really can. When there are times, I think in the day, there are certain hours, say, I think around about, not really dull hours, I think just before dusk. For me, it's always been like that. Just before the sun goes down. Of course, when you're in COVID times, you don't even see that. But around that time is a time which is very easy to feel depressed. And I just want everybody who has a problem, or who thinks that some friend of theirs has a problem, I'd like for everybody to realize that we are all so vulnerable. We are all open to it. We are all exposed to it every day of our lives, especially at times like this, where people have lost their loved ones and not been able to go to the hospital. There have been people who have just disappeared from the face of the earth without even their loved ones knowing about it. True. So there's so many things that we should be so grateful for. And I think Sangeet Foundation and all of you put together will be able to do something for this. And whenever you need to spread a smile, remember I'm there always for you.
Thank you so much for that. We're so lucky to have you today with us, and with this lovely message.
I suppose people didn't really expect that I would talk. Most people have this preconceived idea that all singers have just that. Only think that way. So I'm dying to sing a song for you now. So
absolutely, would love to hear you.
Tell me what kind of an audience, because I'd love to start the show off with a song, which I think all of you would love very much, because it's a song which makes everybody really smile.
Yeah, we have a mixed crowd, so we have lots of Bengalis and Punjabis. I can see there is one request for 𝗨𝗦𝗧.
Ouch. I'll do another Punjabi one.
Okay, sure.
What do you say? That's a good idea. And I'm wondering, is there anybody in your technical side who will tell me about an iPhone? This iPhone is one of the most irritating things in the world. I hope nobody's listening. Yeah. Come on. Okay. You want the Punjabi song now, or you want a Bengali song?
We could start with a Punjabi song, then we can...
Punjabi. Okay, lovely.
The request for Kolkata Rasgulla, but that we can do later on if that works.
Okay.
Fabulous. That was really nice, Didi.
Thank you. Thanks. Whoa, that was something.
I know. So there has
I just tell you, it would be wonderful if all of us could have been together. Face to face, and it would have been such fun. But as I always say, look at the brighter side.
Absolutely.
We wouldn't have had such a big audience, right? And such a varied audience. I'd like to say welcome. I know it's a bit late in the day to say it, because I've already started by talking about the drug song. But I'd like to say welcome to all the wonderful people, the complete Indian diaspora, not just in India, not just in UK, but all over the world. Yes, I believe you have people from all over today. True. So it's just fantastic. At this stage of the evening, let me do you a song which comes from East Africa, Kenya.
Right. Okay. Before that, Shwangi says that you must come to the UK and perform for us next time.
Yes, why don't you call me? I'll come.
Absolutely. We would
I've
love
been
to have
there
you
many, many
host
times
you
to
over here.
perform, and it would be lovely if I could come again. Yeah,
Yes.
I'd definitely be there.
And
So let me do
Deepak ji
this song
also,
for you.
yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. Thank you. So Deepak ji
No, no,
also
tell
sends
me.
his regards. So he has been a big supporter of Sangeet Foundation. So I thought,
Who's
you know,
this?
Deepak ji, he does the sound system for us.
Yeah.
So that is his contribution to Sangeet Foundation. All our programs are done by him, and he will be
I
there
love
when you are
it.
here in the UK.
Okay, definitely, for sure. I just love to be there. Yes, I also want all of you to remember that no stigma for mental illness. Yeah,
Thank
mental
you.
health is very, very important. No stigma attached, and also to be able to not be not sympathetic, be empathy, show empathy to the people, and try to befriend the person so much that he or she would want to open up to you and be able to talk about it. I think one of the most important things is to be able to, first of all, recognize it and, show, what shall I say, face it head on. I think its acceptability is very, very important. And so, yeah. So, okay, let me do this song from East Africa, Kenya. It's in Swahili. So you're going to enjoy this very, very much.
So we do have people from Kenya, the Gujaratis from there, so who have joined us.
You have people from Kenya?
Yes. So,
whoa,
in fact, I think
Jambo
Tony ji
sana.
is from Africa origin as well. So,
Who's that?
Deepak ji, whom I was talking about. So, you should be enjoying this.
Jambo
Deepak ji, if you are listening
sana. I wish I could hear them say it, because they love to hear other people say Jambo sana. Habari yako mzuri sana. Mimi nakupenda wewe sana. Yeah, here it is for you.
Okay.
Malaika, nakupenda malaika, na mimi fanyeje, kijana mwenzio, nashindwa na mali sina we, ningekuoa malaika, nashindwa na mali sina we, ningekuoa malaika.
Now, actually, this song, I had the privilege of singing with the original, composer, that is Fadili Williams, and I had the privilege of recording this as well with him in Nairobi, and it was just a fantastic experience for me, really, to be able to do that. I also feel that when one travels, it's the easiest thing to do is to travel in your mind. And when you travel in your mind, you've traveled the whole world and more, actually. I think that's the way one should learn to travel. And, everything works out so well when you're able to travel. And more than half of your education really is when you travel. And if you're not traveling physically, then it would be nice to just curl up with a book, because I think to read and to be able to read how the rest of the world is living and how everybody else feels is just wonderful. That's one way of traveling. Travel with a book. Travel, get back into the habit of reading. And, people are forgetting how to read, actually. And the thing that upsets me the most is this wretched well, what else can you do? I suppose in Corona times, you've got to give the kids something to do, and so. But people have forgotten that there are times, I'm telling you, when I'm doing messaging to my family and friends in the morning when I get up. Every morning when I get up, for me, it's, as I said, I'm a sucker for discipline as also routine. I love routine and I love discipline. And when I get up in the morning, I'm an early riser. I get up because I believe if you miss the morning, then you've missed the morning of your life. And I get up in the morning. I have a routine. I get up by 4:40. By 5, I have my coffee, and then I do the messaging. And then sometimes when I'm doing the messaging, my mouth feels dry because I'm dying to talk. The old habit of either talking to the person whom you want to say something instead of just typing it, or writing a letter. I mean, people have forgotten how to write letters. They've even forgotten how to use a pen and paper. And I'm always using a pen and paper. Actually, if I have to learn a new song, then I write it about 3 or 4, sometimes 5, to make a draft, so that when you write something down, it remains in your head and in your heart much longer. And so, yeah, I think when I get after I've done all that, messaging and everything, sometimes I get so desperate I call somebody. But of course, just because I get up early doesn't mean everybody else has to be getting up early as well. So in the morning time is my routine is, of course, to say the after I get ready, then I say the Buddhist prayer, the Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, the chanting, and it helps me. It also helps me when I say the Mahamrityunjay mantra. And it also helps me when I say the Our Father who art in heaven. It really, really helps me. And all these things actually help. It helps because it gives you time. As I said the other day, when you pray, then you're talking to God. But when you meditate, then He listens to you and you listen to Him. And that's what is important. That doesn't mean everybody has to meditate all the time and you have to meditate. You don't. Sometimes when I'm singing, I feel that is pure meditation for me. For me, that is the biggest therapy, to be able to sing. So I think for all singers, it's wonderful when people ask them to sing. And I keep telling everybody, if you're a singer, I mean, if anybody tells you sing, you just get up and sing, because you must be worried for the day when nobody asks you to sing. So here it is.
Pilu Vidyarthi was asking for one of your old English numbers.
Yeah.
So,
I'd love to do that. What would you like to listen to?
So,
yeah, here's a song which I'd like to sing for all of you. It's a very, very... Oh, do you want to listen to some Latino type of song? Do you want?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll just do that for you. I'll just get to that, because I have so many million songs over here. I don't know which one.
True.
Or would you have liked to listen to Bésame Mucho? Do you want that?
Sure. Absolutely.
I'd love to do so many songs. Okay, my God. But there's so many songs that I want to do, and there's no time as always. But I'd love to do these songs for you, because
I'm sure time will not be a constraint for us for the moment. Everybody's watching. Everybody wants more of your
songs.
There's
a Latino song. I'm sure there are many, many wonderful, very handsome-looking men, much more handsome than Richard Gere, and beautiful women, INDRANI, who are much better than Jennifer Lopez. So shall we dance? Let's go.
Absolutely.
Dance with me, make me sway, like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more. like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, here, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have a magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me feel as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now.
And for all these songs, I'd like to say thank you to all my fantastic musicians. There's Sumit Ramchandran, Nepal Shaw, Amol Roy, Shubho, Shobhan Mukherjee, and Raja Narayan Dev, Dubai, Venu Chatterjee, so many wonderful people, yes, and Samaresh and Sandra who helped me with everything. And I'd like to say thank you to Gautam Basu, who does all the recordings for me. None of my music is downloaded from the net. Yeah.
When marimba starts to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. Oh, when we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, here, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have a magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Sway me smooth, sway me now.
That was nice. Huh? I love that song.
Fabulous. Excellent.
Thank you so much. And while we're
Yes.
on that, let me.
Yeah.
Is there any other song that you said some old song? This was an old song. This is really
Yeah,
old.
definitely.
But okay, shall I do you
But
another old
there's
song?
been so many requests coming in, including Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, and
Le.
and all my friends are going crazy about all the songs. So they have been asking me. I'm getting lots of messages right now to say, to go for all the songs. And
Okay,
I'm
let me
even
do
trying
this
to-
instead of Hare Rama Hare Krishna, for which that I love you, no? I love you.
Oh,
Can't you see that I really do? Oh, please, please, please give me another chance. क्या खुशी क्या गम जब तक है तन में दम अरे आओ के कश पे कश लगाते जाओ गोरे हो या काले अपने हैं सारे दुनिया में कोई नहीं है हरे रामा हरे कृष्णा रामा रामा हरे कृष्णा I don't have the track for this, otherwise I'd have done it for you. Yeah. But instead of that, let me do a song which is from, of course, the most fantastic R.D. Burman. And he's given me so many wonderful songs. So here's one for all of you, which all of you will love very much.
दोस्तों से प्यार किया, दुश्मनों से भी प्यार किया, जो भी किया हमने किया शान से, शान से। दोस्तों से प्यार किया, दुश्मनों से भी प्यार किया, जो भी किया हमने किया शान से, शान से। Rumba ho 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 ho, samba ho 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 ho, rumba ho 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 ho, samba ho 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 ho. Hey मैं गाऊं प्लीज ओहो बोलिए, तुम प्यार से जी लोगे उतनी ही जिंदगी। रंबा हो 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 हो, संबा हो हो हो। शबदा हे मैं गाऊं प्लीज ओहो। Sing with me now. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6. Boogie aside and on and now and 10. Hey, 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 hey. 𝗬𝗏𝗧 𝗨𝗧𝗪 𝗦𝗣𝗘𝗧 Carnaval Savoia. तू मेरा जाने मन मैं तेरी महबूबा। मुस्कुरा मुस्कुरा हमें तू क्यों डूबा, क्यों डूबा। Living, we were living, dancing, yeah, yeah, dancing. All the people that you love, 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 love. Rumba ho, samba ho, rumba ho, samba ho. Shabada. Hari Om Hari, Hari Om Hari, Hari Om Hari,
So did I get you clapping for that? So many songs together, yeah. If it wasn't for R.D. Burman, it would have been impossible. And if it wasn't for Bapi Lahiri, amazing songs that they've given me.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing, really. It's fantastic that I get an opportunity to be able.
And the way you have done justice to the songs, this was amazing. And the kind of, for the last, so much time you did it continuously. How do you do it? How do you keep that energy with you?
Yeah, it's all of you. I mean, it's cyclic, like life is cyclic, music is cyclic. And, if one gives unashamedly, you have to give without feeling or without thinking that what is anybody else going to say? Or if you want to say it just now, I love you, just say it. Yeah. And so that's the way I look at every show, as if it's my last show. And, that I better do my best and better than the best.
Well,
and
I
so
look
that
at
energy.
I look at every show of yours as your first show. And we'll have many more such shows in the future.
Isn't that lovely? Okay, before we, time is just flying. So before we get on to anything else, let me do a song which I really want to do for all our Bengali friends over here, as also people who don't know many things about a person like, say, for example, Lalun Fakir, okay. This is a song I'd like to sing from deep within, because it was written so many, I don't know, you would know better, how many hundreds of years ago.
True.
And it's so relevant even now. It's so relevant. So I'd like to sing that for you, yeah. And while we do that, I'd like to say that, people tend to forget. People tend to forget what is actually going on in the world. And people tend to forget that if we really think about the good things, or the takeaways, as I call it, from the good takeaways from the coronavirus or the COVID times, is the most amazing thing that the coronavirus has taught us one more time to realize that we're all part of a scheme, that we're all part of that world. We're all part of the global thing that is happening now. And the virus itself doesn't see any jat paat, kichu nahi.
Absolutely.
যেখানে যায় ও যাচ্ছে নিজের.
True.
And so, I think if everybody looked at it in that way and see how small the world is really, and how the coronavirus has brought everybody in the world down onto their knees, and we're all suffering the same way. So it's just one more way of saying that there is no really boundaries of caste, color, creed.
Absolutely.
There isn't really. I'll just check that.
সব লোকে কয় লালন কি যা সংসারে, সব লোকে কয় লালন কি যা সংসারে। লালন বলে জাতের কি রূপ, লালন বলে জাতের কি রূপ, দেখলাম না এ নজরে। সব লোকে কয় লালন কি যা সংসারে, সব লোকে কয় লালন কি যা সংসারে। কেউ মালা কেউ তসবি গলে, তাই তোরে জাত ভিন্ন বলে। কেউ মালা কেউ তসবি গলে, তাই তোরে জাত ভিন্ন বলে। যাওয়া কিংবা আসার বেলায়, যাওয়া কিংবা আসার বেলায়, জাতির চিহ্ন রয় কারে। সব লোকে কয় লালন কি জাত সংসারে, সব লোকে কয় লালন কি জাত সংসারে। সুন্নত দিলে হয় মুসলমান, নারীর তবে কি হয় বিধান। সুন্নত দিলে হয় মুসলমান, নারীর তবে কি হয় বিধান। বামুন চিনি পৈতে প্রমাণ, বামুন চিনি পৈতে প্রমাণ, বামনি চিনি কি প্রকারে। সব লোকে কয় লালন কি জাত সংসারে, সব লোকে কয় লালন কি জাত সংসারে। জগৎ বেড়ে জাতির কথা লোকে গল্প করে যথা তথা। জগৎ বেড়ে জাতির কথা লোকে গল্প করে যথা তথা। লালন বলে জাতির ভাবনা, লালন বলে জাতির ভাবনা, ডুবিয়েছি সাত বাজারে। সব লোকে কয় লালন কি জাত সংসারে, সব লোকে কয় লালন কি জাত সংসারে। লালন বলে জাতির কি রূপ, লালন বলে জাতির কি রূপ, দেখলাম না এ নজরে। সব লোকে কয় লালন কি জাত সংসারে, সব লোকে কয় লালন কি জাত সংসারে, সব লোকে কয় লালন কি জাত সংসারে।
So, were you clapping your hands for that? I mean, what brilliant, brilliant writing is that, honestly. Honestly, I just wish people would follow that even now. Yeah. And I wish people would, re-listen to all this. Re-listen,
Absolutely.
rediscover, reinvent, reboot yourselves to this. Yeah.
So relevant even today.
So relevant, so relevant.
And especially your rendition of it brings it so much to life. That was fabulous.
Dhanyavad, Shruti. Okay, we have time just for two. We're way above time. You told me 1 hour.
That's everybody's enjoying the
I'm
show.
so glad. I'm so glad.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what? Shall I do 2 more songs? Can I?
Yes, please.
Okay. So what would you like to listen to? Shall I do what was... do you want an old song or Care of Kolkata? Or do you want a Tamil song or what?
Yeah, a Tamil song will be good. So, something which is close to your heart. And then probably there was a request for a Marathi song as well. So I'm not sure whether you're prepared with that, but yeah.
Doesn't have to be... You tell me what you want me to sing.
Yeah. So I think you could do a Tamil and then the Kolkata song.
Then that's finished. No, but I've got to sing Darling.
Oh, yes. That has to be the highlight of the show.
Yeah. Okay. So now, actually, when I do this song, it's a South Indian song, but actually, I'll do it in Hindi for the people to also enjoy it. Yeah. So.
கலைமானே கனிமயிலனு கண்டேன் உனை நானே. கண்ணே கலைமானே கனிமயிலனு கண்டேன் உனை நானே. அதிபகலுனை நான் பார்க்கிறேன், ஆண்டவனை இதைதான் கேட்கிறேன். ஆரிராரோ தீராரிரோ, ஆரிராரோ தீராரிரோ. கண்ணே கலைமானே கனிமயிலனு கண்டேன் உனை நானே. ஊமை என்றால் ஒரு வகை அமைதி, ஏழை என்றால் அதில் ஒரு அமைதி. நீயோ கிளிப்பேடு பண்பாடும் ஆனந்த குயில் பேடு. ஏனோ தெய்வம் சதி செய்தது, பேதை போல விதி செய்தது. கண்ணே கலைமானே கனிமயிலனு கண்டேன் உனை நானே. அந்திப்பகலுனை நான் பார்க்கிறேன், ஆண்டவனை இதைதான் கேட்கிறேன். ஆரிராரோ தீராரிரோ, ஆரிராரோ தீராரிரோ. கண்ணே கலைமானே கனிமயிலனு கண்டேன் உனை நானே. सच्चा कोई सपना दे जा, मुझको कोई अपना दे जा. अनजाना सा मगर कुछ पहचाना सा, हल्का फुल्का शबनमी रेशम से भी रेशमी. सुरमई अखियों में नन्हा मुन्ना एक सपना दे जा रे. इंडिया की उड़ती पाखी रे, अखियों में आ जा साथी रे. आरिरारो दीरारिरो, 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 आरिरारो दीरारिरो.
That, of course, was by the king of music, Ilayaraja sir. And it's, yeah, both the songs in Tamil and in Hindi was such huge, huge big hits. Amazing, amazing song. And of course, I'd like to say that all the, besides the musicians, there are lots of songs which have got lots of backing vocals to it. And all the backing vocals have been done by some wonderful singers right here in Kolkata. And also by me. So you can clap for me for that. Lots of, backing layers of the voices. Yeah. So now we have time just for one song. I'm going to do for you. Do you really want me to do a Bengali or can I do Señorita? I can't hear you. I think you've put yourself off.
Sorry, I'm on mute. So yeah, that was wonderful. I'm saying probably if whatever your heart desires, but if you could do a couple of more songs, if I may, request you, if that works for you.
Yeah, why not? No, so would you want me to do an English song or what?
Yeah, so I think an English song would be great, and maybe something on Kolkata after that.
No, then I'll do.
Or maybe the other way around.
Okay, whatever you say. I have so many playlists over here, and yours is called Sangeet. Do you really want me to do Care of Kolkata? Or any other song, whatever you want, you said? Yeah, whatever you say.
Any one which you think you would want to do. It's totally
No, there are so many. Excuse me. There are so many songs I want to do. So many. But the point is whether we have enough of an audience for the Bengali song. So.
We do. I'm sure that the audience is delighted by whatever you are singing, so it doesn't matter really. But we would love to have you with us. I think the Darling and Señorita are the two things which seem to be coming up quite a lot.
Yes, 𝗨𝗢𝗵𝗂𝗪𝗧 care of Kolkata. Yes, that's the truth, actually. And it's just so amazing when people ask me, so what's your address? Because normally I say I was born and brought up, and I tell everybody that I was born and brought up in, well, I'm Madrasi, born and brought up in Bombay, married into Kerala, now living in Kolkata for the past almost 40 years, something like that. Crazy.
Fabulous.
And it's, yeah, Bombay is Janmabhoomi and Kolkata is Karmabhoomi. So when they ask me, what's your address key, then I always say care of Kolkata. And really, you should try that. So post me a letter with care of Kolkata and I'm sure it'll get to me.
Because, I'm sure.
Yes, it will. It will get to me because that's important when, yeah, when you feel it, feel it. It's got to be within you. And Kolkata has that knack of getting into you, it's just crazy. I just love it. Yeah. Okay, let me do a song which you probably didn't expect me to do, but I'd like to do it for you because it's a very, very old song, and your people, from overseas would all love it very much. It's an old Dean Martin song. Okay.
Oh, fabulous. Wonderful.
Yes. And you like it because this is a series I'm working on, all the old songs and the songs that were inspired by the old songs. And copied. Copied is a bad word, but adapted, inspired.
Absolutely.
Here it is. With his little mandolin and a twinkle in his eye, Signorina, he can win, always for another guy. Italians love to sip a cup of cappuccino and listen to the man who plays the mandolino. You offer him a cigarette, a glass of vino. That's how he's paid to serenade your lady fair. With his little mandolin and a twinkle in his eye, Signorinas he can win, always for another guy. Yeah. Sorry about that. Something's gone wrong. I'll be okay. It'll be okay in just a minute. ये काली काली आंखें, ये गोरे गोरे गाल, ये तीखी तीखी नजरें, ये हिरनी जैसी चाल, ये काली काली आंखें, ये गोरे गोरे गाल, ये तीखी तीखी नजरें, ये हिरनी जैसी चाल, देखा जो तुझे जानम हुआ है बुरा। ये काली काली आंखें, ये गोरे गोरे गाल, ये तीखी तीखी नजरें, ये हिरनी जैसी चाल।
लहरों पे लहर उल्फत है जवां रातों की सहर चली आओ यहाँ सितारे टिमटिमाते हैं तू आजा जा मचलती जा रही है हवाएं आजा जा with his little mandolin and a twinkle in his eye Señoritas he can win always for another guy Italians love to sip a cup of cappuccino and listen to the man who plays the mandolino. You offer him a cigarette, a glass of vino. That's how he's paid to serenade your lady fair with his little mandolin and a twinkle in his eye. Señoritas he can win, always for another guy.
Yes, you didn't think that there were so many songs copied, yeah? Like Kali Kali Aankhein. And then what about Hemantada's song? Leheru pe leher. Well, that was also copied. So it's just great that we can do discoveries like this. And so there's a whole series. You must look it up on YouTube because you can get it, yeah? It's called, yeah.
Absolutely.
This one is there, then there's Besame, then there's Autumn Leaves. Besame Mucho, of course, is Besame Mucho. And it is the Indian equivalent is Ye Sama Hai Ye Pyar. So let me do for you now. As I said, in this, Italians love to sip a cup of cappuccino. Actually, you know what? During COVID times, let me tell you, the one good thing has been that we've all learned to live without going to the doctor. Have you noticed? Because we all, for some other reason, we're scared about going out or whatever it is, but we're trying to solve all our little problems, which normally people would love to run to the doctor to. Little problems like, little filling here, filling there, that kind of thing. Or if you've got a little bit of a pain somewhere, usually people would run to doctors to get medicines. Now I've realized that I don't run to doctors because I'm scared of doctors anyway. I'm sure there are lots of them in the audience. But yeah, we love the doctors, and without the doctors, well, what would we do? I mean, really, especially through these difficult times, they've been real warriors, real frontline warriors.
True.
And we all have to be totally indebted to them for life, literally. And of course, I'm scared of doctors. I love doctors. And before, whenever I see a doctor, I tell them, first of all, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that, I'm scared of that, I'm scared of this. So whatever, I'm scared of everything. Okay, so I don't even want to see my BP, or I don't want to see nothing, because I'm happy just the way I am. Okay, so I've noticed that there are certain things probably which I would immediately ask the doctor, should I do this, should I do that, or go there. But now I've learned to retrace my steps and say that if you've got an upset stomach, say, for example, you try to retrace and say, what is it that you ate, or what is it that you drank that didn't agree with you? And so you learn to either live with the pain or live with the discomfort, and hoping that it'll go away, and it does. And it does. It's just quite so amazing.
Yes.
So amazing. And we've all learned to live like that for 6 months now. We've learned to live within the clothes that we have without going out to buy new things. Do we really need so much? There are people in the world, people outside who don't have a bed to sleep on. They don't have enough clothes to wear. They don't have enough food to eat. They're so I mean, so terrible. So why don't we all learn to be a little bit more frugal? The point is, do we really need so much?
Sure.
Do we really? And instead of only relying all the time on popping pills, if you learn to do a little bit of homeopathy, that's very good. Like me, I'm so scared of taking all the tablets. I happily put all those globules into your mouth. You feel good, yeah? So it's amazing.
True.
So when we say, about cappuccino, there was a time when I would drink so many cups of coffee before. I mean, not now. I gave it up in between because I think it depends on what people want to sell.
True.
Suddenly they'll come up and say that coffee is bad for you. Coffee is bad. Coffee is bad. And so we were kind of, disconnected from coffee for some time. Now suddenly it's come in and everybody's saying it's very good for you. A little bit of coffee is good for you. So, here it is. Cheers.
Cheers.
You have one too?
Yeah, mine is coming actually. So I've ordered for
Good. Yeah. Okay. So now, before we get to the end of my program, let me say how wonderful it has been to be with all of you and doing more than what you had asked for or what I had thought I would do. Well, who cares? Because I'm just dying to sing anyway. So here it is.
Absolutely.
Enjoy yourself.
I'd love to hear you sing.
Thank you. ¿Quién eres tú? ¿Dónde has estado? He movido cielo, terreno, te encontré. Y llega hoy, tan de repente, y da sentido a toda mi vida con tu querer. No me समझा, no me जाना, जो भी तुमने मुझसे कहा है सेñorita, मगर फिर भी न जाने क्यों मुझे सुन के अच्छा लगा है señorita. No desvíes la mirada, quédate cerca de mí, मुझको बाहों में तुम घेरो, समझी ना señorita, चाहत के दो पल भी मिल पाए, दुनिया में ये भी कम है क्या, दो पल को तो आओ खो जाए, भूले हम होता गम है क्या señorita, सुनो सुनो señorita, कहते हैं हम क्या, jamás podré interpretar el sentido de las palabras que me dedicas, por el calor de tu mirar, me hace sentir como la más bella señorita, निगाहों से कहीं अरमानों की दास्तां है señorita, ये चाहत की मोहब्बत की सारी दुनिया में एक ही जुबान है señorita, मुझसे अब नजर ना फेरो, आओ पास तुम मेरे, मुझको बाहों में तुम घेरो, समझी ना señorita, चाहत के दो पल भी मिल पाए, दुनिया में ये भी कम है क्या, दो पल को तो आओ खो जाए, भूले हम होता गम है क्या señorita, सुनो सुनो señorita, कहते हैं हम क्या. जो भी पल बीता ये señorita, हर पल तुमने है दिल जीता, बस इतनी सी तो बात है, no desvíes la mirada, quédate cerca de mí, मुझको बाहों में तुम घेरो, समझी ना señorita, चाहत के दो पल भी मिल पाए, दुनिया में ये भी कम है क्या, दो पल को तो आओ खो जाए, भूले हम होता गम है क्या, चाहत के दो पल भी मिल पाए, दुनिया में ये भी कम है क्या, दो पल को तो आओ खो जाए, भूले हम होता गम है क्या. So I guess all of you were dancing at that time, yeah? Our señorita.
Absolutely. We were on our toes.
And
Fabulous. This was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And a big
thank you
surprise
so much.
for all of us.
Thank you. And now, as we say, bye-bye to Sangeet Foundation today for giving me all this great, amazing audience. I wish I could have seen all of you, but all of you can feel my heart and you know that it's right in the right place. I want you all to think one more time about mental illness and forget about the stigma that's attached. Face it head on. And remember, when you know you have a problem, there's nothing wrong in talking about it to anybody, especially the people who love and the people who care. Here's a song that got me the Filmfare Award for all of you as I say goodnight to each and every one of you. Let's do this more often. What do you say, Jayanta?
Absolutely, we should. I will get Indrani also on board once the song is over so that she can wrap up the evening.
Okay,
for us.
lovely.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much to all of you.
Love to
thank
have you with us more often.
It was just marvelous to be with you.
You are inspiring, and you should see the messages which are coming through.
Is there any? I wish I could see them.
Yes.
I really wish. I hope I've done most of the requests. Yeah, like Sean.
I'm drowning in all those messages.
Yeah, but I wish I could see them. Maybe you could post them to me. Send by me.
Will do.
आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो रुकना रुकना मुझको प्यार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो रुकना रुकना मुझको प्यार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो रुकना रुकना मुझको प्यार करने दो थे बहारा पीछे में जाने यारा बुलबुल तो अभी इंतजार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो सॉरी तुझे संडे के दिन ज़हमत हुई डार्लिंग दिल मेरा फजले खुदा रहमत हुई डार्लिंग सॉरी तुझे आते हुए ज़हमत हुई डार्लिंग मिलना मेरा फजले खुदा Hey darling, खादिम को दिल पे तो इख्तियार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो रुकना रुकना मुझको प्यार करने दो डार्लिंग छोड़ो जरा शर्माने का ये कायदा डार्लिंग हैरत भी है गैरत भी है क्या फायदा डार्लिंग छोड़ो जरा शर्माने का ये कायदा डार्लिंग हैरत भी है पब्लिक में सनसनी इकरार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो रुकना रुकना मुझको प्यार करने दो कैसे है बहारा चैन जाने यारा बुलबुल तो भी इंतजार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो डार्लिंग
Amazing. That was such a wonderful afternoon and evening or morning in the US as we have. I see a lot of my US friends join in. And with that, and so I wanted to say cheers to you. My wife brought this cup of tea for me. I requested her. I didn't order, I requested her.
Cheers.
And this is to the diva as well. So if you recognize this is from Tintin.
Oh,
Bianca
lovely.
Castiofort.
Thank you very much. You can send that to me, okay?
Absolutely. We'll do that.
Virtual. Here it is.
Virtual.
Here's my cup for you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So Indrani, if you would come to the forum and say the thanks, please. The vote of thanks.
Ushadi. Hello. Yeah.
Hi.
Ushadi, I think the one thing that I would like to tell you is I love you. I don't think I've said this too often. I've not said this often in my life. If I can have even another 10 years of the energy also that you have, I think that's a job done by all of us. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad you said that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much on behalf of the Sangeet Foundation. And yes, one more thing is that a letter is coming to you. That's a promise from Sangeet Foundation. Handwritten letter is coming to you.
Oh, good. With all the messages.
My delight. Absolutely.
On behalf of Sangeet Foundation, a handwritten letter is coming. I mean, I think I could do the number of the messages and the viewers all that are coming in. I think just a tight hug would be the call.
Let's give each other a virtual hug.
Absolutely, a virtual tight hug.
God bless
everyone.
And stay safe.
Yeah, and
my
wife,
stay well, stay strong, and stay happy. Yes.
Yes, yesterday I was talking to you and you told me, Indrani, where is your mask? I think that brought more than anything brought tears to my eyes, because I think that's something my mom would have said the first thing, she saw me like that. And so, I mean, there are so many things that can be connected. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's been absolutely marvelous. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And thanks to each and every one of you for giving me the kind of encouragement. No, that's encouragement. I would say the kind of support. Supporting somebody for 51 years. It doesn't happen to everybody. And these days, all the news is so bad. I mean, it's either corona or it's the other murder case or something like that that's going on. I mean, it's just terrible news everywhere. So I think when we do things like this with Sangeet, it's absolutely brilliant. Oh, I like your T-shirt. The one who's wearing the red.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So good night. Actually, for me, it's night now. It's 10:15 in the night.
Yeah. It's quite late for you.
I mean, I'm used to it because I'm a nightclub singer. And
then I just take this chance also, Didi, to thank Sandra and SAMARESH, I mean, who have absolutely, I have been sending messages.
I suppose this would be played on Facebook as well, right?
Absolutely. And another person I think I have to thank is Ramani Bhaiya. He's like an older brother to me. And Swaminathan Ramani, from 6 Place. He was the one who, so thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much. Good night and have a wonderful day for all of you. And remember, it's very, very, very important to remember that address it head on. Yeah. No stigma.
Nupur, my wife also sends her.
Mental wellness is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hats off to your energy, ma'am. Hats off.
Hats off.
Keep it going. Make me do it forever.
Yeah. We'll be calling you again and troubling you.
As long as I live, yeah. You please call me again so that we can have a wonderful time.
You're an inspiration for all of us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
A letter is coming to you, Didi, a handwritten letter. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks awfully. Bye.
Okay, then. Thanks. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, audience, for being with us. Thank you for your patience. We'll have more such lovely programs, and I'm sure we'll get Didi. If you want us to get Didi, I'm sure she will be there with us in the future. So do remain with us. There will be fabulous programs. We'll be talking about mental health. We'll be talking about how we can fight this scourge. So Thank you so much for supporting us. It has been fabulous. It has been a fabulous journey. I'm sure we'll have fabulous times ahead together. Thank you.